The world taught you to chase control. Control over people, outcomes, markets, algorithms, love, and legacy. But Stoicism whispers a deeper truth. He who seeks to control everything will lose himself, but he who controls himself will never be ruled. That's the paradox. You were never meant to conquer the world. You were meant to conquer yourself. And there are 4 front lines in that war: your mouth, your mood, your money, your mind. These are the 4 kingdoms. Conquer them and you'll walk freely even in chains. Lose them and even in a palace you'll feel like a slave. So ask yourself now, are you the master or the puppet? Let's begin. The mouth, where words become weapons or medicine. You don't need swords to wound someone, you only need a mouth. Most people speak as if words dissolve in air, but the Stoics knew. Every word is a seed, and you're either planting poison or peace. Epictetus warned, first learn the meaning of what you say and then speak. Because the tongue is a blade with no sheath. Once drawn, it always cuts. We've become fluent in sarcasm and silence and sincerity. We bite with banter and joke with judgment. Even praise today sounds like performance. There was once a man who spent years building his reputation, a craftsman of character. One drunken conversation destroyed it. Not because what he said was evil, but because what he said was thoughtless. He forgot every word carries weight. In a world of hot takes, comment sections, and viral outrage, silence has become rebellion. Self-restraint is radical. To not respond? Revolutionary. Imagine if we treated our words like currency. If we had to pay a price for every insult, every gossip, every reckless opinion. Would we still be so rich in noise? Can you go one day without complaining? One conversation without interrupting? Can you turn an insult into grace? That's power. Not in silencing others, but in mastering your own voice. 2. The mood. How emotions make slaves of kings' anger is not strength. It's a leash. Mood is the weather of the soul. And most men, their umbrellas blown open in the storm. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Yet today we give away that power for free. A rude driver, a delayed flight, a lover who doesn't text back, a coworker's tone. They press a button and we detonate, but the Stoic doesn't react. He responds. He breathes before boiling. He watches the storm from the center. Think of emotion like fire. Uncontrolled, it burns bridges, homes, and futures. Controlled, it warms, cooks, illuminates. The Stoic doesn't extinguish the fire, rather he builds a hearth around it. We're addicted to emotional stimulation. Rage is entertainment, outrage is currency. Everyone's offended, everyone's triggered. We've mistaken instability for passion, sensitivity for awareness. A monk once carried a screaming child through a stormy night. He didn't flinch. When asked how he stayed so calm, he replied, "The storm outside me is nothing. The storm inside me is already still." Next time you feel heat rise, don't speak, don't move, just breathe. Watch the emotion like a cloud, let it pass. That's Stoic rebellion. Mood mastered. 3. The money, where freedom is found in discipline, not dollars. They sold you a lie that freedom means more stuff, more status, more flex. But Seneca, a man of immense wealth, said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor." We live in a time where minimalism is marketed and consumerism is camouflaged as success. But the Stoic doesn't measure wealth by possession. He measures it by peace. A parable of 2 men walking into a store. One sees everything he wants and feels poor. The other sees everything he doesn't need and feels rich. Who's wealthier? Today we confuse wealth with waste. We buy to numb. We scroll to escape. We chase lifestyle instead of life. But every dollar you earn is your life converted. Your time, your energy, your freedom. So are you spending your life on vanity or investing in virtue? Have a deep reflection. What if money was simply a mirror? Would it reflect clarity or chaos? Would it show you the man you are or the boy you're pretending to be? Audit your spending. Track every dirham, every dollar. Ask, does this nourish me or numb me? Cut the dead weight. Minimalism isn't poverty, it's clarity. Master your money or be mastered by it. 4. The mind, the final fortress. All battles are won or lost in the mind first. If your thoughts are weak, your will breaks. If your thoughts are chaotic, your life follows. Epictetus taught that the chief task in life is simply identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Only the man who restricts himself can unleash his full power. The rest are just noise, shadows, puppets,